With SNAP funding set to pause, local leaders are urging neighbors to stock up canned goods, powdered milk, and anything that lasts. I'm Leanne Abou-Tarbouche, your Thomasville neighborhood reporter, and I'm finding out how local groups like Second Harvest and Thomas County Cares are helping residents prepare for what could be months without aid.
There is 8,900 plus residents in our community that receive SNAP, and that number is shocking, but then when you stop and realize that that is 1/4 of our population right about, here in Thomasville, that is significant.
Murphy says anyone on SNAP should use their benefits now before cards potentially stop working after November 1st. She's encouraging families to buy shelf-stable foods like canned meats, rice, and powdered milk, so they'll have enough to last through the next few weeks.
So Thomas County Cares continues to share with everyone to go ahead and use up those SNAP dollars just in case the card does not work November 1st. We just really don't know how that is going to work out. It says on the website that your funds will not be taken from October, but we don't know if it's going to continue to carry and that you can use it.
Local nonprofits are stepping up, organizing daily street feeds and food drives to fill the gap. Murphy says Thomasville Street Feed, Salvation Army, and several churches are expanding their meal programs, but it's still not enough to meet the growing demand.
When you're feeding for like 30 minutes. Not everyone can make it there, but we get phone calls constantly for blessing boxes, and that is to meet the needs in the households. And so the food that comes in the donation drives will go to families that are in need and that have been hit by SNAP suspension.
At the Thomas County Food Bank, leaders say they've already seen a 20% jump in families coming in this month. And that number could double as SNAP benefits disappear.
And unfortunately, there are some people who rely on food from the SNAP program almost exclusively. I interviewed a father recently who had about 4 children and no income in the family and about $600 in SNAP benefits. And when that's gone, I don't know how he's going to feed those children. We're an emergency food bank where people come once a month.
Well, Connors says about 80% of their supply comes from Second Harvest of South Georgia. And when I called Second Harvest of South Georgia, they told me that calls for food have doubled since the government shutdown began. The food bank is now asking for monetary donations and volunteers to help restock shelves and prepare for what could be a long stretch of need. Thomas County Cares is also in need of donations to fill their nourishment boxes. Here are some items that you can donate. In Thomasville, I'm Leanne Abou-Tarbouche, ABC 27.